couple of messages since I put up the last video about the future, and a couple of them have been, you've forgotten something. And I was like, I've forgotten something? And you know what I've forgotten to talk about when it comes to the future. And I feel really stupid about it. Because it's one of my favourite things, and I so should have spoken about it in the original, what may come video. Grand Theft Auto 5. Oh, Zenblock, you fool. You mad impetuous fool. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5, what's the future of that? I mean, it's proven to be something of a conundrum for itself. I mean, yeah, it's pushing out DLC, and Rockstar said that they want to make sure that they're always making stuff for it and it's going to be an ongoing thing. But the last DLC, couple of last DLC packs have had me questioning the future. Especially the second one. I mean, basically all we really had in the second DLC pack for Grand Theft Auto 5 was some stuff to buy. And, which is basically another excuse for them to tell you to go out and buy some shark cards, if you haven't as much time to play the game as some people seem to do. Or you know how to glitch money. Because, when you're having to go out and buy a jet from the game that in the game costs $10 million of GTA cash, which is actually equivalent to like about 70 actual pounds. Oh, no. And yeah, a couple of nice weapons come out of the last two packs and a couple of nice cars. But I'd rather have things to play rather than things to go, ooh, look what I got, And yet people talks about mansions coming. You could buy a mansion like what Michael has in the game. And yeah, that'd be nice, a mansion, and if it had like a bigger garage, so I could have more cars. Yeah, that'd be cool, because I've got 2 garages and they're almost full. So, in the future it'd be nice to have more space for more cars, and considering that Grand Theft Auto keeps chucking out more cars and more cars and more cars, you're going to want space for these cars. So that makes sense. But I think they need to actually give us things to do. I mean, when they brought out heists, that was a godsend, Heist was brilliant. We needed heists. Because all of us, even those of us that don't get to play it as much as we would love to, we've done everything like 1 billion times. I can't tell you the amount of times I've done, Titan of a job. Oh God. Or stolen the same cars for Simeon. And it's like, although admittedly I've still never yet got my hands on a crate drop. It's like impossible. But yeah, so it's like, what is the future for Grand Theft Auto 5? I mean, at some point I think most of us would like to see some form of single player DLC. Now everybody's like, well, you can't do it in the past because Franklin would be too young, and Trevor wouldn't be part of the story because he was obviously not known Michael's alive yet. And doing it after, it's like, well, they've had their big adventure. It's like, here we go again, like the crazy 80s action film sequel. Don't think we could buy that. That would be like, let's be cheesy, and Grand Theft Auto is not cheesy. It's funny, it's poking the face, it's tongue-in-cheek, it's satirical, but it's not like that. And I don't think it ever should be. That'd be stretching into Saints Row territory. For my money anyway. You might think different as a Saints Row fan. So what could it do? I'll tell you what it does. It gives us another character. And you know what it gives us? A female lead. Some people say that Grand Theft Auto 5 should have a female lead, and some people say it shouldn't. Perfect compromise. Grand Theft Auto 5 already has three male leads. 3 of them. So for an additional bit of DLC content, have a female lead. Have one lone female character who can come from a completely different background to the other 3. I don't know where she could come from or what she could be, but have somebody completely different. Someone who's just as ready to make a whole bunch of violence and steal cars and all the rest of it. Everything we expect in Grand Theft Auto, but something new. There's a challenge for you, Rockstar. Something new. And maybe up the ante on our hand-to-hand combat. Make her really, really deadly. So yeah, female story with her own, things to do. She could probably maybe bump into the characters and maybe get jobs from them or something. Who knows? But yeah, I think that's probably the most viable future for Grand Theft Auto right now. Is one, give us more stuff to actually do in the multiplayer, and give us a DLC. And opening up the DLC for the multiplayer, a lot of people have spoken about the idea of opening the casino. That could be interesting. I like the idea of opening the casino. I also think it would probably be fun to perhaps have some sort of horse race or dog race go on at the racetrack, where you are the horse or you are the dogs, so you do a bunch of button mash and that's a little game, because let's face it, we've been animals when we've taken the peyote. So you be an animal, or you bet on your friends as animals with GTA money. Everyone's come up with that, haven't they? So your friends and yourselves, you can all be horses or dogs or whatever animals are wanting to be raced at the racetrack, and then you bet on them. Actually, there's a question. Can Muslims bet on digital animals that are their friends to win a race in a digital realm? Because I know Muslims aren't allowed to bet. I hope so, because then they get to join in the fun too. Yeah, anyway, I think that's some interesting ideas for the lovely Grand Theft Auto 5 that I hold so dearly. If you have any ideas for the future of Grand Theft Auto 5, put them in the comment section below. Chuck them to me on Twitter. Send me to them on PSN. You know how to contact me by now, and if you don't, ask. I'll quite happily tell you. And you know I read those comments. Hell, some people told me that I forgot this. This is the response to that. Anyway, please remember to rate, favourite, comment, share, and subscribe. And of course, as always, I